A man I was only friends with tried to make me pick him up and take him out on a date. And when I said no, he said it was just an experiment. Let me tell you why I walked away immediately. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I decided to come on here real quick and give you a story time before I leave out. I gotta run a quick errand, but I want to give you this story time before I leave. So you guys, I have a quick story time, and it's about this guy that I knew. We were only friends, never meant to be anything other than friends. So it was just a friendship thing. It was never meant to be anything, nothing romantic, no type of intimacy, no nothing. So look, so I was like, hey, I was out and about that day, and I was like, hey, why don't you come, meet me over here for a drink or something? Or he was like, a drink? He was like, I'm trying to go get lunch. You need to come pick me up and take me for lunch. And I said, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I said, we can go and meet up for lunch. I said, we can meet up, I said, we can even go Dutch. You pay for you and I'll pay for me. And he was like, no, you need to come pick me up right now and take me out to lunch. That's what's wrong with y'all women now. That's why y'all ain't got no man. Y'all act like y'all don't know how to do nothing. You can't pay for nothing. You always want somebody to do something for you and this and that. I said, oh. I said, well, sir. I said, none of the men that I date asked me to come pick them up. None of the men that I date asked me to pay for anything. And we good with that. I'm good with that, and he be good with that. So I don't understand where all this coming from, but yeah, I'm not that girl to give me and princess treatment. And we left it at that. And so then I thought on it a little while longer, and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let him know how I feel. Because as I stated, I'm not letting nobody mishandle me this year. That is what we not doing. So I was like, hey, you know what? I said, I don't think that our friendship, the way that we handle things, align with each other. So maybe we need to just go on and dead this here, because I don't think that we can really be friends. And he was like, well, look, earlier, today was just a joke or whatever. I was just doing an experiment from two of my favorite books. One of them is The Power of Law, or The Law of Power, something like that, and then Atomic Bomb. And, you really failed the experiment. I was like, oh, I did I? And he was like, yeah, you failed the experiment, but that's cool. That's cool. If that's how, you feel or whatever, that's cool. I said, well, that's exactly how I feel. I said, because I'm not up for being nobody's experiment, okay? So I left it at that. But you guys, this is the thing. When somebody make you feel uncomfortable, go with that. And then try to dress it up like it's just an experiment. Leave it alone. Run. That is your intuition. Anytime you feel any type of discomfort, that is your intuition telling you like, yeah, this is not it. Whether it's a friendship, relationship, it don't matter what type of ship it is. You need to get up off of it and go. Because it's not for you. It's definitely not for me. So yeah, you guys, if you ever had somebody that tried to play you and then try to dress it up and make it like it's something that it's not, leave it in the comments and let's talk about it. But until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.